everybody, today's the second day of Vlogmas and I'm Kendra. My channel is Kendra Full of Joy. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I like to do grocery hauls, all kinds of shopping, recipes, cooking, just whatever I can think of. So according to today's meal plan, we're having spaghetti and meatballs. Now this turned out to be spaghetti and meat sauce with a whole lot of vegetables in, because I went through the refrigerator and found peppers and onions and mushrooms, and my guys all like that. So that's what I did. And I'm just going to show you the pasta and veggies are done. Some of the mushrooms I cut in half, some of them I left whole because they weren't that big, and I used two different kinds. I had the, is it cremini? I don't know, but there's that. And then I've got some of this. I wonder in other parts of the country, do they call it like, I don't know, like San Francisco waterfront? I've actually been to San Francisco several times. But anyway, or do they call it, New York waterfront or something like that? Is it like a chain that just puts the city wherever you are? Or is it actually made on the Seattle waterfront? Doubtful. Anyway, I didn't have any sourdough. They subbed it in one of my last grocery hauls. So last night I went to the grocery store on the way home from another errand I had to do, and I got this. So this will do. And then I've got, butter for that, and I've got a bowl for the pasta, which is on the stove top, and fruit, blueberries and strawberries, and I hope they'll like that. And let's see, I think that is it. I'm sorry about this. I had to start it. I'm also sorry about this. Look at this. This is my station. My idea was to start, sending, or at least filling out and addressing some Christmas cards. And so we'll see if I get that done. But anyway, I wanted to show you this too. Let's go out here. That was what I had to go out for last night. The local grade school had a fundraiser, and to raise money they sold these Christmas wreaths, and so I bought one. Well, it was just the green wreath, and they gave me a free pretty little velvet bow to go with it. And then I stopped the same place where I got the sourdough. Is like it's called Grocery Outlet, and some people call it a salvage grocery store, I think. But anyway, they've got all kinds of fun stuff, and one of the things I got were a pack of 3 Santa heads and a giant container. You don't want to see me. These. And so that's my story. And yes, my husband did end up taking these bells off the doorknob. He can't do a lot of, and I love it. So I'm putting it back. We'll see how long it takes him to remove it this time. Har har. I shouldn't torment the man. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't do it. Hey, hello, Missy Joy. Okay, so I guess this is going to be a pretty short one. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about Scooter the Scout Elf. Now, Scooter the Scout Elf, maybe I'll talk about him now. Scooter the Scout Elf is like in place of that elf on the shelf. And I know a lot of people love the elf on the shelf, and I may have when I had younger children. By the time I was in my 40s, when my second batch of children were toddlers, I was just older and more done with spending a lot of money. So my mom's friend, who worked with her in a nursing home at the time, said that her kids liked this Scooter the Scout Elf. And what Scooter is a pretend imaginary elf who is never seen, just like the Tooth Fairy. He only comes at night. He starts he did at our house, about 13, 14 days before Christmas, and he didn't come back he didn't come Christmas Eve, so he came from when you start him until the day before Christmas Eve, because on Christmas Eve, Santa comes, right? If that's your belief system. So what the children would do is they would go ahead and just put out one shoe outside their bedroom door. And then if their room was clean, then Scooter would put one treat, a small thing, in their shoe and leave a note. And it would say something like, I caught you being good today when you picked up your socks and put them in the laundry. Or, I caught you being good today when your sister wanted to play games and you let her in. That kind of thing. Now, it's not always going to work. Sometimes you're going to have rough days. And so you just do what you can do. And you always try to find good in the children, right? So anyway, we had a ball with that. The kids, in fact, you know what I also did, and it's however you want to do it, but I always told them, if your room was too messy, Scooter wouldn't leave anything because he could trip. And the whole reason he was there is to check on things that you were doing right, so that he could report the scout back to Santa and say, those little children over there at that Machen house were being so good. And so I left them a candy cane or whatever. It could be anything. It could be a little toy. It could be, those, you get them in a bag like the birthday party favors. Anything. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be big. The whole point is they are delighted when they see when they see that Scooter has come by in the night while they were asleep. And it just was so exciting for them. Anyway, that was Scooter. And we had him for years and years and years. And I don't even remember how he stopped coming because we were doing it long after the older ones were old enough to know what was actually going on. You know what I mean? So it's hard to, in fact, last year was the first time I didn't make Easter baskets. And the baby was 21. So that tells you something about Kendra. Yeah. So, and then my son sent me a meme, and it was of a disappointed little boy's face, and it says, that look when your mother for the first time doesn't leave you an Easter basket. I almost cried. I was so upset. He goes, it's a joke. Yeah, so anyway. I'm talking about Easter on the Vlogmas Day 2. Tomorrow maybe it'll be something more. Look that's my husband's pile. Like Kendra has room to talk. Oh wait, Deb. Speaking of messes, Deb, I kind of cleaned up the refrigerator today. What do you think? Kinda, well, a little bit. I organized a little bit. I'm going to have to throw Deb the link to this. I don't even know if she's on YouTube or not. I know she's on Facebook. Shout out to Deb Cooney. Everybody have a great Thursday evening. And if you watch football, get in there and get it done. I'm going to watch. Talk to everybody later. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah! Bye-bye.